Hello and welcome to today's explainer. I am so excited you're here. Today, we're going to act as your personal, friendly tutors to bridge a pretty massive gap. We're talking about the space between textbook English and how native speakers actually talk out in the real world. If you've ever felt like the English you learned in a classroom sounds, well, kind of stiff or overly formal, you are in the exact right place. We're going to explore the real phrases people use at home, at work, and hanging out with friends.
Okay, let's dive into this. On one hand, you have, how are you? I am fine. Now look, that is grammatically correct, for sure, but it is pure textbook. On the other hand, we have, how's it going? Not bad at all. This is what you're actually going to hear native speakers say every single day. In this explainer, we're leaving that rigid textbook behind, and we're focusing entirely on this natural, relaxed way of chatting. Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll start off with greetings and small talk, move right into reacting and feelings, tackle work and professional situations, navigate plans and phone calls, handle shopping and errands, and finally, we'll wrap up with a fun weekly challenge just for you.
Section 1. Greetings and small talk.
Now feel free to pause the explainer if you want to read this full catalog of everyday greetings. We won't read every single one right now, but I do want to highlight a couple of my absolute favorites. Look at phrase number 2, what's up? It is so casual and it perfectly replaces a stiff, how are you? And oh, I love number 8, can't complain. It is a fantastic, relaxed way to say things are going fine, and honestly, native speakers use it constantly. Let's zoom in on this classic one. Long time, no see. This simply means you haven't seen someone in a really long time. Fun fact for you, linguists actually believe this phrase originated as a direct translation from a Chinese greeting. Here's how you'd use it in real life. Long time no see, how have you been? Now take a brief moment. Try saying that out loud or just in your head. Perfect. It feels really good to say, right? Section 2. Reacting and sharing feelings. Now, what's really interesting about this group of phrases is how short but powerful agreement words are in a natural conversation. Instead of saying something formal like, I completely agree with your statement, native speakers will just say, totally or absolutely. You can see them right there at the top. They're quick, they're simple, and they keep the whole conversation flowing super smoothly. Here is a fantastic one that learners actually misunderstand a lot. Tell me about it. Be a little careful here, because this isn't a literal request for information. It actually means strong agreement, like you feel the exact same way. For example, someone says, the queue was so long, and you reply, tell me about it. I waited 45 minutes. Go ahead, give it a try. Great job. That one adds so much personality to your spoken English. Let's look at this next list, which deals with our daily feelings. Oh man, I use phrase 32, I'm wiped out, literally every single Friday. It just means I am incredibly tired. These are super casual, everyday emotional phrases. Another really good one is number 36, I can't be bothered, which basically means you just don't have the energy or the motivation to do something right now. Let's focus on this vivid metaphor right here. I'm swamped. Imagine being physically stuck in a deep swamp of mud. Well, that is exactly how a native speaker feels when they have way too much work on their plate. It means I am extremely busy. Can you help me? Sorry, I'm completely swamped today. Try saying that one out loud. Excellent. Section 3, work and professional situations. Let's see how we can build up your workplace vocabulary. These phrases are absolutely fantastic for meetings. Look at we're on the same page or the bottom line is. Just a quick guardrail for you though, these are professional, yes, but they're still conversational. Use them to sound approachable but highly capable with your colleagues and your managers. Here is a classic corporate idiom you're going to hear everywhere in the business world. Let's circle back on that. This is exactly what you use when you want to politely delay a topic. Good question. Let's circle back on that after lunch. Try repeating it. Spot on. You sound like a manager already. Section 4. Making plans and phone calls. So the crucial point here is that native speakers don't use stiff, formal language to schedule things. Instead of saying, I will arrive later than planned, we just say, I'm running late. Or instead of I want to participate, we simply say, count me in. It is so much more relaxed and friendly. I really love this idiom. I'll play it by ear. It simply means making no fixed plan. You're just deciding as the situation happens. Are you coming to the party? I don't know. I'll play it by ear. Practice saying that one.
Very natural. It is such a great phrase for the weekend.
Now, phone calls in a second language can be super stressful. I totally get it. You don't have those helpful visual cues, but these anchor phrases give you time to think. Is this a good time? Or let me look that up. They give you a moment to breathe and react naturally while you're on the line.
This is the absolute perfect phrase for a bad mobile signal. You're breaking up. It just means I can't hear you clearly because the connection is bad. Sorry, you're breaking up. Can you repeat that? Try saying it out loud. Perfect. I guarantee you're going to use that one a lot.
Section 5, shopping, food, and daily errands. And this brilliantly illustrates how just a few words can change your whole vibe. Look at phrase 89. Just browsing, thanks. Saying this instantly makes you sound like a local in a store when a shop assistant asks if you need help. It's polite, it's short, and it's perfectly natural. Here is a slightly confusing cultural idiom to learn. We'll go Dutch. This just means each person pays for their own share of the bill. Should we split the bill? Sure, let's go Dutch. Go ahead and repeat it. Great. Now you can confidently handle the check at literally any restaurant. It's a no-brainer. This means a choice is completely obvious. It is so easy, you don't even need your brain to think about it. Should we take the faster route? It's a no-brainer, yes. Give it a try and add a little enthusiasm. Fantastic. Section 6, your weekly phrase challenge.
So, here is my direct challenge to you. Which 3 phrases are you going to use this week? Pick just 3 from what we've covered today and drop them into a real conversation. It's that easy. But I want to leave you with this final thought. If just 100 phrases can completely change how natural you sound, imagine what mastering the cultural stories behind these words could do for your fluency. The textbook is really only the beginning of your journey. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer today.